This six-story building isn't a factory or workshop, but rather the engine of the world's largest LNG-based container ship. It's so large inside that workers can easily move around inside. This engine drives a propeller the height of a double-story house. And obviously, since it's a container ship engine, it must use a lot of fuel. But how much? It consumes 100,000 liters just during starting. Amazingly, its fuel tank can fit 6 Olympic-sized swimming pools, and it's fueled by 20 million liters of liquefied natural gas. Today, you'll learn about the construction of a mega project that has literally challenged the limits of human engineering. Once again, the video from ZTV is a delight. Viewers, it's the 21st century, but 90% of international trade is still transported by sea, whether it's something as small as a needle or a large vehicle. You can imagine this from the fact that, according to flight radar, there are 15 to 2,000 airplanes in the sky at any given time. And if we consider marine traffic at the time this video was being made, an astonishing 38,000 cargo ships are traveling worldwide. In terms of the size of these cargo ships, we humans have already built the largest ships. Even larger ships can be built, but they won't be able to navigate major canals like the Suez and Panama canals. Therefore, the competition now is not about building bigger ships, but about building more fuel-efficient ships. And that's exactly what the French shipping company CMA CGM did. They wanted to build the world's largest eco-friendly ship, running not on fuel like diesel or HSFO, but on LNG, a liquid form of natural gas. This 400-meter-long ship is the length of 4 football fields lined up. Its width is 61 meters, and its height is taller than the Qutb Minar. The ship's total weight is equivalent to 7 Eiffel Towers or 11,500 African elephants, 70 tons, and that's without any containers. A total of 2,312 containers can fit on this ship. To imagine their size, if these containers were lined up, they would form a 150-kilometer-long line. But the real challenge wasn't just building this massive ship. Instead, CMA CGM had to build 9 such ships, all in just 2 years. A shipyard in Hong Kong was chosen for this task. It's 4 kilometers long and resembles a small city. Here, 6,000 workers from around the world work day and night, each assigned a specific task. But the question is, while a ship is normally completed in 18 months, how will 9 ships be built in 2 years? The simple answer is that the ships will be built in pieces called blocks. The ship's foundation consists of steel sheets to prevent rust. 12,660 steel sheets were required for each ship. These sheets were cut using a special laser beam with a temperature of 18,000 degrees Celsius. That is 3 times the surface temperature of the sun. This laser beam cuts steel like butter through a knife. A total of 880 kilometers of steel strips were cut for one ship. These sheets were then joined to form blocks. These blocks can range from the size of a room to as tall as multi-story buildings. And the amazing thing is that these blocks already have pipes, wiring, and other fittings installed. This is the rear part of the outer ship, made from 5 blocks. It weighs 790 tons, equivalent to 2 train engines. 2 joint cans were used just to lift this part. It was placed on the ship's pre-existing structure with extremely fine precision. And remember, even a 1 millimeter error can ruin months of hard work. Once the blocks are in place, it's time for a never-ending process of welding. Amazingly, a total of 1,250 kilometers of welding was done on a single ship. This means that if this welding were laid out in a line, it would start from Karachi and end at Lahore. After welding, each seam was meticulously checked, as the ocean's ruthless waves do not forgive even the slightest weakness. So far, it was just a matter of building the hull and blocks. The real wonder lies in its engine. This ship will not run on traditional oils or diesel fuel. It is designed to run on LNG or liquefied natural gas. This is a huge environmental victory, as LNG releases 99% less sulfur dioxide, 91% less air pollution, and 20% less carbon dioxide than oil. This is a huge step toward clean sea travel. But if CMA and CGM are to bring this revolution to the shipping industry, they will have to pay a heavy price. The biggest issue here was storing LNG in liquid form. That means a fuel tank that can keep the LNG cool to -1 degree Celsius. If it gets hot, or the fuel tank's insulation is poor, the LNG will expand into a gas, and that's it. This large ship needs to travel the long distance from Asia to Europe without refueling. This requires a very large LNG fuel tank. But how large? Surprisingly, this is the largest LNG fuel tank to date, with a volume of 18,000 cubic meters. It's so large that it could fit 6 Olympic swimming pools. In total, it can hold about 20 million liters of LNG. But the real challenge isn't building such a large fuel tank inside the ship, but protecting it from heat. It's like building a thermos as big as 6 swimming pools inside the ship. It took the company about 9 months to build this fuel tank. Multiple layers of insulating materials were applied to the tank walls, protecting it from outside heat. Next comes the crucial stage, leak testing. It's crucial for this tank to be airtight. For this, workers used a simple method. Soapy water was applied to the joints, and then a glass container was placed inside, and all the air inside was removed using a compressor. If the joint is weak, the vacuum will allow outside air to pass through, creating bubbles. Leaky joints were identified and repaired. After the leak test, a final layer of insulation was applied. This is a special steel membrane, just 1.2 millimeters thin. When exposed to the cold LAG of -61 degrees, the steel shrinks. This wavy shape allows the steel to contract and expand without breaking. And you'll be surprised to know that this technology is also used in the space station. Finally, after 8 months of hard work, this masterpiece of technology, the world's largest thermos, was ready. Now let's move on to its engine. It is the world's largest natural gas-powered engine ever built. It is 20 meters high, or as large as a 6-story building. Weighing over 2,000 tons, this engine produces 85,000 horsepower. It's so large that maintenance staff can even move around inside it. Bringing this engine to the shipyard itself was a major challenge. It was transported in 6 separate pieces. Its most crucial component is its crankshaft, the shaft that transmits the engine's power to the propeller. This crankshaft alone weighs 220 tons. A special remote control platform with 140 wheels was used to transport it. It was then installed with millimeter accuracy. The engine contains 12 pistons, each 1 meter in diameter, and the crankshaft was attached to these pistons. This engine will drive the propeller mounted on the ship's backside. This one-piece cast propeller weighs 92 tons and is 10 meters, 33 feet tall. Engine power will be transferred to this propeller via a propeller shaft. It's crucial for this propeller shaft to be perfectly straight, as even the slightest distortion will cause vibrations at high RPM. To verify this, a special blue dye is applied to the propeller shaft and fitted inside the propeller. When removed, it reveals which part of the shaft is in contact with the inner surface of the propeller. This test shows engineering teams the areas where contact is absent and where pressure is exerted, and modifications are made accordingly. Once the ship's entire structure is complete, it's time to protect it from the marine environment. That means painting it. The ocean's salty water, waves, and friction corrode steel, and the rough surface increases fuel consumption. Therefore, a special paint was applied. Approximately 1 million liters of paint were used on each ship, and the total area was 9,500 square meters. Simply put, twice the area of the Vatican City. Next, the tallest and final block, called the command bridge, was installed. This is the brain of the ship, from where the captain and crew control it. This 400-meter-long vessel is equipped with a system called Smart Eyes, which provides the captain with a 360-degree view from the bridge. Finally, after a year and a half of tireless work, the first ship, Jack Soddy, was ready. During 15 days of rigorous sea trials, every detail was tested, including the engine speed test. Emergency brake tests were conducted, and navigation systems were also tested. The entire structure was also checked for leaks. And most importantly, its anchor was deployed and tested. This giant beast's anchor is nothing but its anchor. Just one link of the chain weighs 300 kilograms, and the entire chain weighs as much as 60 African elephants. Finally, the 15-day sea trials were successfully completed. The engineering team's goal of building low-carbon emission ships finally became a reality. The shipyard won the race against time. One after another, 9 such container ships were completed in record time. This story is not just about building this mountain of steel, but about the hard work and dedication of thousands of workers, day and night. These ships are now ready to rule the world's oceans, and that too in a much cleaner manner than before. These megaships are proof that if a person is determined, they can move even mountains of steel in the ruthless seas. We hope you'll like and share this video from ZOTV. Thank you so much for your kind comments. See you in the next amazing video.